But the Easter stuff is so much worse. Because literally they were having Easter parties that I was in charge of throwing while I was on leave, and they were preparing to fire me. So, like, you know, that whole, like, Barabbas, like, situation, that shit's real. Because they wanted to rescue this guy and not me, and that's not fair. I didn't do anything wrong. And I wrestle with that so much, like, so many days. I'm like, oh my God, am I doing something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Because maybe if I was doing something wrong, then I could eventually make sense of what happened and why I got fired from a job I was great at. But I can't figure it out because it's crazy. And because there was no reason to it except, you know, self-preservation and a maintenance of the status quo. So, fired I was, and now, guess what? I didn't go to church today. And I'm really glad I didn't, because I had a much more regulated day today. I have been on the struggle bus Sundays for like a few months now. Really since I started making these videos, so maybe that's something I should pay attention to? I don't really know. Whew, I also still struggle with what stories to tell you. I have all the titles written down, but they all sound stupid. They all sound stupid. Everything sounds stupid. Why would you want to know that? Why would I share that? Who is that going to help? What is that good for? And I know that eventually, like, I'll push through that wall and it'll be like, woo! Let me tell you every story, because they all matter. But right now, it just doesn't feel like they matter. So, you're going to get 3 minutes of why I didn't go to church today. And I'm glad I didn't, because I got to be present with my family. I got to walk to the grocery store with my son, and we picked out all the groceries. I got to go to an open mic thing for Olivia, and oh my gosh, she sounded so good. So, it's okay. But I do want to worship. And I think I can worship like in ordinary time. So, let's get through Easter and go back to church. Which is funny because most people go to church because it's Easter. Skip all the holidays. If you're like me, it's okay to skip the holidays. High holy days? Nonsense. Every day is holy because Jesus came alive. So that means you can just go to Sundays and worship on regular days. You don't have to go to the big parties. Because for some of us, the parties were more, you know, of our punishment.